We're going to revise the entire Companies Act in 45 minutes to 1 hour. I want you all to participate, okay? What is section 1? Title of the act. 2. Definitions. 2 subsection 1. Published prospectus. 2 subsection 40. 2 subsection 30. Debentures. 2 subsection 31. Deposits. 2 subsection 69. Promoters. 2 subsection 70. Prospectus. 2 subsection 71. Public company. 2 subsection 68. Private company. 2 subsection 85. What is 3 saying, guys? 3 section 3 says minimum number of members. Minimum for public company is public is 7, private is 2. 3A talks about unlimited liability. I'm revising the provision also. We're going to revise unlimited liability. Says where the number of members falls below 2 or 7 and it continues for 6 months, remaining members will unlimited liable. 4. MOA talks about following clauses: name clause, object clause, situation clause, liability clause, capital clause, and registered office clause. Each clause has those points. 5. AOA. AOA main key point is entrenchment provision. Entrenchment provision says what? Strict, something more stricter than special resolution. This will be included at the time of incorporation of a company. Tomorrow, if you want to change entrenchment provision in case of private company, 100% public company, special resolution. 6. Act overrides MOA and AOA. 7. Effect of documents. What all documents I have to submit at the time of incorporation? 1. MOA and first the DSC didn't make MOA and AOA. I am revising the entire act, guys. Then in section 7, I will submit copy of MOA and AOA. Along with that, I will attach signature of CA, CS, CMA or advocate in practice that all the procedures have been complied. Also, directors of the company will sign that the following 3 things. We are following giving true and fair information. None of the directors have been involved in any fraud relating to management, promotion and formation of the company. And anybody involved in fraud or misfeasance, guilty of fraud or misfeasance, cannot start company for next 5 years. And also at the time of incorporation, I will give details of directors, ID proof, Aadhaar card, all of that. Details of registered office until the address is permanently established, and also details of directors, their interest in other firms and partnership firms. Correct? This section 7. You may not remember all the points, but as much as possible, try to recollect. The intention is not to test how much you remember. It's to show if you remember everything, how we'll revise fast. Okay? Just listen to the points. Yeah, I know all that. Section 8 talks about Section 8 companies. Few key points of Section 8 companies. General meeting notice for Section 8 companies. 14 days instead of 21 days. Section 8 company will do charitable work. They will use name as club, chambers, etc. Can they declare dividend? No. They can only start with the approval of central government approval is needed. Special license is given. If they do things beyond the license, central government will cancel the license. Company will be wound up or converted to other company or amalgamated with some other company with similar objects. 9. Effect of registration. This section says when company is registered, it can buy and sell goods in its name, assets in its own name, have liabilities, sue and be sued. 10. Effect of MOA and AOA. This creates a binding relationship between members and the company. That means members can recover money from company in cases like a dividend not paid. Company can recover money from members when dividend not paid. Effect. 10A. Commencement of business. After receiving certificate of incorporation within 180 days, you have to submit the 2 things: permanent address, registered office permanent address, and also that subscribers to MOA who signed an MOA have taken the shares. They have paid money for allotment of shares. 10, 11, 12. Registered office clause. This clause says movement of registered office within the same city. Board resolution. Outside same city but same ROC. Special resolution. Both case filed with ROC within 30 days. Then these 2 are ROC to ROC is section 12. Different status. Section 13. We'll go to section 13 later. Let's finish off section 12. ROC to ROC. They are saying you need to pass board resolution, special resolution and get RD approval. BR, SR and RD approval. Here you have to apply to first pass special resolution, then apply to RD, get the RD approval, file to new ROCs, then get permission of creditors, auditor will sign, all of that. Clear time limits over there. Then section 13 talks about alteration of MOA. Look at the object clause, I'll alter by passing special resolution. Name clause, I'll alter by special resolution. Registered office clause, if it's state to state alone, it will come here. Similar procedure, SR, RD, same creditors, all the permission, but time limit will change. There 30, 60, 30, here 60, 30. Here it is 30, 60, 30, here it's 60 and 30. Clear? And then next one.
Cannot say that they should not move because
Yeah, central government cannot reject. Other points will be all the salary has been paid. You cannot retrench employees. Cases of one court should remain in that court, all of the litigations. Then liability clause, can I alter? No. Capital clause I can alter. They are saying go read section 61. We will reach there in half an hour. That time we'll revise. Next. 14. Alteration of AOA by passing what, guys? Special resolution. If it's private to public, you remove the restrictions. Public to private, add the restrictions. But public to private gets central government's permission. Delegated to RD. Section 15. Alteration noted in every copy. Are you able to follow or you're simply listening? Following Roshni. Section 16 says what? Rectification of name. Of course, you can't do it in my speed, but I wanted to see how much you can collect. Rectification of name, whether it is name or trademark, within 3 months of the order will be given. We have to make the change within 3 months, and you have to intimate ROC within 15 days that change has been made. Now, in case of trademark, application can be made within 3 years of being aware of the fact. Section 17. Copy of members. If members ask for copy, give it within 7 days. Otherwise, penalty of 1,000 per day of delay. 18. Conversion of company which is already registered. 19. Subsidiary cannot have shares in holding company. We have 3 exceptions. Already had the shares in the form of trustee or the form of legal representative for the deceased. Then section number 20 talks about serving of notice. If it's case of company to ROC or ROC to company, speed post, registered post, couriers, electronic mode. Only company to member. If member asks for any specific instruction, do it in that mode, recover the fees expense for that. 21. Who can authenticate documents? KMP or any employee or any officer authenticated by the board. KMP includes CEO, managing director, CFO, director, all of those people. 22. Who can authenticate negotiable instruments? Either it will be common seal. Common seal is not there. CS plus 1 director. CS is not there. 2 directors. Same thing is applicable in section 46. 46. Share certificate. Same thing in section 72. Sorry, 71. Debenture certificate. Okay. Next, 22 is over. 23. Who can issue prospectus? Private company not needed because of the rights issue bonus. Private is not needed. Public company in case of an IPO will issue a prospectus. 24. Not there. 25. Key points. Deemed prospectus in whatever name called, if you issue shares to public through an issuing house, and such issuing house again issues to public within 6 months and also has not paid full consideration, it's called deemed prospectus. Deemed prospectus have to follow all the conditions in the prospectus chapter. 26. Contents of prospectus divided into general information, financial and statutory information, then legal information compared with all laws, last 5 years financials, business plan, risk, who are the directors background, all the information. 26. All valuation, all of that. 27. Variation. For variation of prospectus objects where money is unpaid, unspent, out of 100 crores I collected, 60 crores is left. In that case, I can vary by passing a special resolution, publish in newspaper and all of that. In case I have dissenting shareholders who account for 1/10 or dissent, give them exit opportunity. Section number 27. 28 talks about FPO, further public offer. This says company, all companies issuing FPO will follow full chapter except few exceptions. 39, allotment of securities, minimum subscription, all those concepts they need not follow, they can give exception. We understood logic also in FPO. 29 says what? Keep everything in demat form, only one time limit. You have to file fees to repository over there. 29 talks about demat. 30, not that. 31. Shelf prospectus, look at the key points. Valid for 1 year and every update you will file in form of information memorandum. Whenever you want to make a new issue, how many days in advance you will file? 15 or 30 days? 30 days in advance. 15 days comes when member wants the money back. I have to return the money to him within 15 days for calls in advance. So whenever you want to make an issue, 30 days in advance file information memorandum, return the money within 30 days. This is section 31. 32 talks about Rendering prospectus talks about a prospectus without price and number of shares. Key points here, you have to file with the registrar at least 3 days before opening the offer. Once offer is closed, file the details with updation of price, etc. with ROC. 32, rendering prospectus. 33, not there. 34, criminal liability in case any statement is misleading or omission of any statement which is material, then parties are criminally liable. Defense available for them. He withdrew his consent or he feels it is this omission or statement is immaterial. 35. All parties, director, promoter, expert, etc. are liable civil if there is any damages involved by any person. They are not liable again if they withdrew their consent or they believed it to be true. Expert withdrew his consent or relied on the expert. All those common sense points. 36 talks about fraudulently inducing persons to invest in underwriting securities and making profits on sale, taking loan in bank. Fraudulently inducing persons to take a loan from bank or financial institution, entering into underwriting agreement or making securities through profit through price fluctuations, then you are liable under section 37 says. Enemy criminal liability under 34, 35, 36. You can file class action suit. I want you all to participate. Online live recording, participate with me, guys. 38, not that. 39, allotment. Allotment should take place within 30 days of receiving the money. If no allotment, refund within 15 days. Refund, if you don't refund in 15 days, 50% interest. Also, if you don't receive 90% of subscription, you cannot do allotment, you have to refund the money. Then also minimum money to receive an application is 5% of the nominal value. Section 40 talks about application to be made at stock exchange. If you make application, only if you get the approval, you can list in stock exchange. Underwriting percentage, 2.5% for underwriting, 5% for shares. Clear? Are you all able to follow, guys? Then this section also tells what? I can pay underwriting commission using proceeds of issue or profits of the company. 41, 42. Let's revise. Private placement, maximum limit 200. 200 doesn't include QIB and ESOPs. Again, the limit of 200 is not applicable for banks or NBFC. Those who the class will be able to revise bank or NBFC. Then, if you are sharing border with India, you can't issue prospectus until you obtain permission of central government. Then what are the time limits? FEMA, permission of FEMA. Then what are the time limits we saw in 42? Pass a special resolution that is valid for 1 year. Valid for 1 year. Justification, you may give justification of price. Explanatory statement will be given. Then allotment should be completed within 60 days. Private placement within 60 days. If not, refund within 15 days. Then you have to choose somebody called identified persons. Give them offer in PAS 4. Then within 30 days, you have to file to ROC in PAS number 5. Then allot within just the timeline, guys. Identified person PAS 4. Then within 30 days, file with ROC PAS 5. Then overall within 60 days, make the allotment and file written of allotment within 30 days in PAS 3. Written of allotment within completion of allotment. Able to connect with this. Yeah, private placement, key points, and you cannot do private placement unless existing private placement is completed or previous offer is not closed. This section 41 or 2 42, 41 is not there. 43, kinds of share capital. 43, rule number 4. DVRs. What are the kinds of share capital? Equity and preference. How to issue DVR? Along quickly, guys. What resolution? Ordinary resolution for issuing. Differential. Only this is little bit. Other everything special here alone. Ordinary will be there. For issuing this, AOA should authorize 353. Last 3 years, not defaulted any payment of interest, dividend payment, statutory dues, etc. Again, last 3 years, no default in SCRA, RBI, FEMAX. Last 5 years. Last 5 years. 3 years only is annual return and FS. Last 5 years is dividend deposit, all that not repaid. So 3 years AR and FS are not default in FEMA, all of those acts. Then other points, you have to maintain register of, then next 1 or 2 explanatory statement. Then 134 disclosed in the both report. My rights are also pari passu, same rights. I cannot convert existing shares to DVRs. DVRs probably converted to existing shares. 43 rule 4. 44 not there. 45. 46. Share certificate, who will authenticate? Same as section 20. We just now discussed. Then 40, and if somebody impersonates, officer is liable. 47. Voting rights, equal voting rights for everybody unless you have differential voting rights. 48. Variation. Let's do, how to do variation, sir? Either pass. First AOA should, or MOA. AOA or MOA should authorize. If they don't authorize, check the terms of the issue. Terms of issue. Pass special resolution or 3/4 in writing of that class. If it's affecting some other class, then 3/4 of that class. Dissenting shareholders. 1/10 of my dissenting shareholders will apply to tribunal. Tribunal will pass an order. I have to pass within 21 days. This section number 48. 49 talks about calls to be made on uniform basis. I can't tell Vishal pay 3 rupees, Kirti pay 7 rupees. Everyone make it uniform basis. 50 calls in advance. If there's calls in advance, interest will be paid at 12% based on table A. If AOA authorized, otherwise you will not pay interest. 51 dividend. Dividend will generally be paid on what? Nominal value. I can also pay it on paid up value. Depends on company. Company can make the choice. 52 can be used only for 5 things. First, bonus or buyback. Bonus or buyback. Apart from that, write off of preliminary expense, write off of discount on issue of shares or redemption of preference shares, discount or commission on issue of shares, and write off premium on redemption of preference shares. 52. 53. Discount not allowed, but discount is allowed in 2 cases. ESOP and any scheme of reconstruction for creditors in the scheme of court approval under section 66. 54. Sweat equity shares. Can I issue sweat equity shares to employees? Yes, for the purpose of their know-how. They have defined what is employee. Employee is only a permanent employee, whether director or employee in India or outside India. Also includes employee of holding and subsidiary company. Some rules, rule 8 gives some conditions. What are the rules it says? Special resolution has to be passed. Then AOA authorized. Then lock-in period. 3 years. Lock-in period of 3 years. Then special resolution, no, I think valid for 1 year is not there. Then I have to give justification for, it's there, okay, valid for 1 year. Then justification of price. I should also follow guidance note. Guidance note on ESOP. I should follow guidance note on ESOP. Then I will come to limiter. Then, yeah, I can use all reserves except revolving reserve. Then the rights are equal to just other rights, pari passu for other rights. Now coming to limits. Maximum in a year ESOP can be 15% of equity share capital or 5 crores, whichever is higher we saw. So maximum ESOP in a year can be 5 crores. Overall limit is 25%. For a startup company, overall limit is, you remember guys, 15% of 5 crores, whichever is higher. You might not be able to recollect, but when I say you will connect. Okay, maximum 25% in a year, highest is 50% for a startup company. Yeah, value to be registered by independent valuer. This section. Then you have to maintain details of ESOP in section 88 and 102 explanatory statement. Buyback won't come in. They cannot buy back when. Maybe I missed it. Okay, majority. See, of course, in this revision, I'll miss 2-3 points. I'm revising as much as possible. Next, 54 is done. 55. Issue and preference shares. To issue, able to authorize redemption redeem within 20 years. You can use CRR, free reserves, and securities premium can be used if company is not following accounting standards section 133. I gave you logic also why we cannot use. If in case company is not able to redeem within 20 years, company can do deemed redemption, issuing new preference shares in behalf of existing preference shares, for which I must get special resolution 3/4 in writing of existing members plus court approval. So I am not able to repay. I will issue preference shares on behalf of your preference shareholders not able to repay. I will give you new preference shares and take away the preference shares. SR plus court approval. This is section 55. Dissenting shareholders exit opportunity. 56. Sir. Time limit for issuing shares. Transfer or transferee. Once I issue shares, within 60 days, company will do the allotment. They will check with the transferee for all those. 57 talks about personalization. Vishal example. You will pay what? Punishment if there is personalization. 58. 57 also talks about share duplicate share certificate. Will be issued within 2 months for shares, 6 months for debentures. 58. Refusal to register means I will appeal. Appeal time limit for private limited company 30 days or overall 60 days from the date of application. For public limited company, 60 days appeal. Overall, 90 days from the date of appeal. Okay. 58. 59 talks about rectification of register of members. If you feel that your name is not entered or company is without asking you delaying in registering, you can apply to tribunal or other things. They will pass an order and company has to follow the order within 10 days. Section 60. 61. Alteration of capital. Increase of authorized share capital. Others. Others include subsplit, consolidation, conversion share to stock, cancellation of 4 shares which are not issued. Increase of authorized. For others, we will pass OR. Here we will pass SR. Pass SR, intimate ROC in section 64 within 30 days. 61. 62 talks about rights issue. Let's look at the points quickly here. Rights offer will be made to all existing shareholders. Once offer made cannot be withdrawn. What resolution here? No resolution. Rights itself is, I am giving offer itself resolution. No resolution. Member, I can give them in open market, proportionate basis, or offer will be given to members in open market or proportionate basis. Members will have a right to accept, reject, or renounce. Renunciation can happen to existing members or other members. Offer will be open for a period of 7 to 30 days. Okay, 7 to 30 days. Used to be 15 to 30, amended to 7 to minimum 7, maximum is 30 days. Anything else in rights, sir? That's it, nothing more in rights. 62 subsection 3. Loan or debentures will be converted to equity in case terms provide for that. 62 subsection 4. Government, if it feels beneficial, they will convert loan to equity. 63, next to 63. Bonus. 64. So 63 bonus. Bonus, let's quickly finish, guys. What bonus? Once I issue bonus, I cannot withdraw the bonus. Issue bonus from free reserves, securities premium, CRR. I will issue bonus from all of these three. Then bonus can be issued in lieu of dividend. To issue bonus, I will convert partly paid up shares to fully paid up shares. Bonus cannot be done if company has defaulted in paying statutory dues or loan debentures in the previous year. 64 talks about filing to ROC. These are different case of filing to ROC. 65. 66. Is a reduction of share capital. We saw the procedure this morning only. Correct? What is the procedure? You will make application to the RD 15 days before. There has to be list of creditors. My application will contain following attachments: list of creditors in last 15 days. Managing director will sign, or one MD or 2 directors to sign. Auditor to authenticate. That deposits copy of creditors and deposits as there's no arrears. Then once you file, within 3 months, everybody will give their objections will be given by concerned parties. Company has to reply within 7 days. Person making advertisement also will give affidavit within 7 days. Also, if RT wants to send again list to creditors, again you will notice to get reply in 7 days. Anything else in 66? Inspection. Inspection. Once you get the order from RD, file to ROC and publish within 30 days. This section 66. 67. No company should basically give loan for buying back its own shares. Exception, there are few exceptions. Bank can give in ordinary course of business. Employee loan can be given. Employee does not include director over here. Employee loan to maximum of 6 months salary. Section number 67. 68. Buyback. Let's revise case. Buyback. First, maximum buyback percentage is 10% of paid up share capital plus free reserves. For this section, free reserves includes securities premium, 10% if I pass board resolution, 25% same thing if I pass special resolution. Maximum buyback in a year cannot exceed 25. So let's look at the points of 1 year. Resolution is valid for 1 year. Once buyback is announced, should be completed within 1 year. No buyback. No, 6 months or in the next 6 months, company should not make any new issue. Exceptions for this was ESOP, convertible preference shares. Remember that no new issue next 6 months. Exception ESOP and convertible preference shares. One more point for 1 year, company should declare the solvency report for the next 1 year. Then once buyback is completed, within how many days will destroy the share certificate? 7 days I will destroy share certificate. Within 3 days, you will file report to ROC giving summary of buyback in return. Clear, guys? Then buyback is done. This is section 68, predominant points. 69 talks about transfer to CRR in 2 cases. Redemption of preference share capital Buyback. Anywhere that share capital is reducing, understand concept, I will transfer only the fair value of the shares. 70 talks about prohibition of buyback. In certain cases, company cannot use other companies for doing buyback. And other points over here, they're saying, if company has failed to pay deposits, if company is not compliant with 129, 137, then 92, all these cases, then you in the last 3 years, buyback is not possible. Buyback cannot be done through another company or other investment firm. Section 70. 71 talks about debentures. We just saw in the morning all the points you remember fresh in mind. 72 talks about, not that. 73 talks about deposits. We will do key summary table. Let's 73 and 76. Let's do it together. Key summary table. First, for a private company, can they issue from members? Yes. From public? No. From members, how much percentage? 100% of paid up share capital plus free reserves plus securities premium. Only for buyback section, free reserves include securities premium. Then for a public company, we will split as eligible and if it's non-eligible, I can raise from public. No. From members, 35%. If it's an eligible company, overall, 35%. From public, 25%. Members, 10%. I can interchange. Maximum is 25. Government company, 35% in any ratio if it's an eligible government company. Period of deposits. 6 months to 36 months. Period will be 6 months to 36 months. If you pre-close deposit, what will happen? Pay 1% less interest. Can I do short-term deposits? Yes. 3 months to 6 months. If 10% of paid up share capital free reserves for 3 months to 6 months. What is limit of eligible company? Net worth of 100 crores or more or turnover of 500 crores or more. Then other points we saw, common points, create charge on security, all those things. The other common points of deposits, do audit within 1 year, then issue deposit receipts, jointly, survival, report with all those points, clear points. Okay, you'll remember at least 5, 6. 74 talks about transitional provision, repayment of deposits taken in earlier law within 3 years. 75 talks about damages for 76, just now we saw 76A talks about penalty. 77, application of charge, apply for charge within 3 years, otherwise again 30 days additional fee, again ad valorem fees. Then we saw registration of charge, property in India or outside India, wholly India, partly in India, who will do authentication we saw. 77. 78 talks about if company fails to register charge holder, the bank will register by intimating ROC. 79, 14 days, yeah. Once I make intimation, company will ask the company, the ROC will ask the company and intimate within 14 days. 79, modification of charge like change in interest rate, change in repayment schedule, change in asset or company go all those modification. Time limit for 79 is what? Within as per section 77. 80, that means constructive notice. If deemed notice, everybody is aware of this. 81, not that. 82, record satisfaction of charge by ROC. Whenever you finish payment, intimate ROC within 30 days, he will record satisfaction of charge. 83, ROC will record satisfaction of charge if you don't apply to it. In that case, ROC will record satisfaction of charge and then send you a notice. You have to reply in 14 days. 84, official receiver appointment. Whenever is appointed, intimate in 30 days. You remove him, intimate in 30 days. 85, 86, penalty for this chapter. 87, condonation of next. 88, quickly guys, register of members will have an index. Index is necessary only if members are more than 50 consecutively numbered. Register of members can be kept at the registered office. Can I keep it somewhere else? Yes, if 1/10 of the people reside there by passing a this section 94. Then how many days I can close register of members? 30 days in one shot, 45 days overall. Give us 7 days notice. This section 91. Then other details of register of members. Give details of any charge created on the members, security, details of name, shareholder name, address, email, all of that. 89. If any registered owner transfers the benefits of security to beneficial owner, both BO and registered owner will intimate ROC within 30 days from the date on which they are appointed. ROC will intimate to intimate company in 30 days. Company will intimate ROC in 30 days. Section 90 talks about significant beneficial owner. Same concept. Intimate company in 30 days. Company will intimate in 90 days. Ben 1 and Ben 2. Here MGT 4, 5, 6. MGT 4 for company, registered owner, 5 years for beneficial owner, 6 is for company to ROC. Section 19 exactly says the same thing, but SBO is somebody who has 10% amendment, important for exam, 10% or more than equity share capital or voting power or receives dividend from the company or control or significant influence. 91 we just now saw. 92 annual return. Annual return, what are the details, guys? Pro, VF to C as Mrs. What are the points? Penalty, punishment, ROS. Details of registered office holding subsidiary. BS, borrowing. FS, foreign institutional investor. 2C, complaints and change of directors from last year to this year. MS, details of meetings of the company. RS, remuneration of director. SS, shareholding pattern of the company. Are you able to recollect, guys? These are the points. File annual return within how many days for ROC, guys? From the date of AGM. I told you. But already I am very tired, guys. I need more time. So therefore 60 days I will file for within 60 days. Authenticated by your CS. 93 we don't have. 94 we discuss. 95 we don't have. 96 AGM. AGM should be held within 6 months from end of financial year. First company means 9 months. Subsequent company can extend by 3 months. Working hours, working time. Start in the morning or any time, but working hours you should start. Then time gap. 2 AGM is 15 months. Maximum 1 AGM in 1 calendar year. Can I have multiple AGMs in the same day? Yes. You send multiple notice for the same. 97 says if company is not holding AGM, tribunal will hold. If somebody makes application to the tribunal to hold an AGM. 98 same concept for an EGM. Anybody can make an application to tribunal. 99 punishment for not holding AGM or EGM. Penalty. I'm sad I got out on 99. 100 talks about EGM. You will never forget. EGM means hitting 100 is extraordinary event. EGM. In EGM, once you hold request for EGM, should be hold within or 3 months, but board should hold within 45. Board fails, members will hold in the next 45 days. Next 101. Notice should be sent in 21 days. Clear days. In case of post plus 48 hours extra for post. Notice intentionally I didn't send to somebody else. Transactions become. AGM becomes invalid. Not deliberate omission, by mistake omitted, then AGM is valid. 102. Explanatory statement we split into general business and special business or ordinary business. Ordinary business and special business. In AGM, 4 things are ordinary business. Appointment of auditor, appointment of director, declaration of dividend and adoption of FS. Appointment of auditor, remuneration of auditor 1 point, director 1 point, dividend 1 point, adoption of FS 1 point. All these require ordinary resolution in the AGM. If I do these 4 in EGM, that means it's a able to follow, guys. Except those 4 things, everything is special business. Clear? For ordinary business, always I'll pass what resolution. For special business, depends on what resolution. It can be ordinary or special resolution. Whenever there is special business, I will attach what? Which gives details of all the transaction, all of that. 103. Private company minimum is. Minimum number of members is 2 or AOA, whichever is higher. Other companies have a limit of 5, 15 and 30. Here up to 1000, 1001 to 5000, more than 5000. Quorum should be present within the first half an hour. Quorum is not present, meeting will be adjourned. Board will decide which day, time. If board is not deciding, next week, same day, same time and same place. That's 103. 104. Chairman will be appointed for taking care of the activities of the thing. You can appoint chairman by members. If they are not happy, appoint him by poll. Casting vote. He has important casting vote. He can do double vote in case he is a member and also has a tie. 105. Proxy. Look at time limit. From date of AGM, proxy form should be submitted 48 hours before. Inspection starts in last. But if you want to inspect, make request 72 hours before. Proxy is there, member also came. Who will have rights? I sent multiple proxy forms. Which one is to consider? Latest up to 48 hours before the meeting. Proxy will not be counted for the purpose of quorum. Only thing proxy cannot talk, cannot do anything. Only thing you can ask is proxy can demand for a poll. Now, can government officials like president and governor be counted as proxy? Yes. Section 112. Government and president, even though they are proxy, they will be counted as a member for the purpose of quorum. 113. If any company appoints a proxy, then they will be counted as for the purpose of quorum. So we finished 105. Next 106 to 110. Section 106. Restriction on right on shares or arrears not paid. You cannot vote. 107. Show of hands. Window show. 108. Electronic mode. Electronic mode, I showed you all instructions should be given, give website details, etc. Applicable for which company? Listed company or any company having more than 1,000 members as shareholders. 108 is applicable. Listed. Here time limit is, they are saying, if this is the AGM, my voting should close the previous day at 5 p.m. and there should be last 7 days, only last 7 days before the AGM meeting should take place. Start anytime, but within finish. Yeah, finish by 5 p.m. the day before. Then for electronic mode, give deadlines, instruction, all of that over there. Next 109. Poll. Who can demand a poll? If you have proxy, also can demand, but you should have how much? 1/10. Proxy can be multiple cases. Proxy for anything else can be deferred, but proxy to appoint the chairman of the meeting cannot be postponed for. One more thing which we should do it immediately. What is that case? One is to appoint the chairman, other is to adjourn the meeting. Check fast. Is it adjourn the meeting? Takan par Muttu. To adjourn the meeting or chairman, immediately I will do the chairman. Okay. This section 109 poll. 110 talks about. Now read all those sections. It talks about buyback. It talks about variation of shareholder rights. It talks about variation. It talks about basically section 27, 48, 62. All these sections now we covered. For all these things, you have to do postal ballot. It is enough if you do e-mode. E-mode is equal to doing postal ballot. So therefore, same limits. Company has more than 1,000 or listed companies. Same from borrowing from section 103. Postal ballot we will do. This is section number 110. 111 talks about circulation of members, resolution among the members. That such a circulation should come at least 6 weeks before the AGM. If you just want to give information 2 weeks before. Section 111. 112 over, 113 over, 114. Resolution ORN, SR 114. 115. Special notice. In case of the following three, auditor, I am saying retiring auditor will not be reappointed or retiring director will not be reappointed. I want to remove director. Member will give a special notice. Same provisions we saw. Then, which one? Who can make special notice? Somebody who has 1% or not less than 1% or less of the total paid up share capital, or 5 lakhs, whichever is less in terms of face value. This is section 110. No, 116. If any meeting of an adjourned meeting, what passed in adjourned meeting only I will consider. 117. MGT 14 has to be filed within 30 days for ORN, for SR and PR. 118. Minutes of a meeting. Company will maintain minutes, record all important transaction. If it's board meeting minutes, who will sign? Chairman of that meeting or chairman of next meeting. AGM means chairman of that meeting or some other director who is authorized by the board of directors. Able to follow, guys. Inspection of minutes 11. Who can inspect? Any member can inspect. He can ask soft copy for the last 3 years. He can take a soft copy. Inspection, if they ask, he should come in business hours in a span of 2 hours, which the company will decide. 120. Electronic mode. Document name 121. Return on AGM for listed companies only. For listed companies, once AGM is completed within 30 days, gives details of what time AGM started, who are the quorum, who are the proxies, what all happened, what transaction took place. File with ROC within 30 days from the date of holding AGM, section 121. 122. Not applicable for a OPC. What OPC should be is given there. 123. Declaration and payment of dividend. Current year profits, previous year profits and combination. 3 rules. I can max average of last 3 years. I can withdraw maximum 10% of the paid up share capital reserves. Balance reserves should be at least 15% of reserves. Company can't issue dividend in lieu of bonus. If company has default in section repayment of public deposits, you cannot issue Dividend, you can only use free reserves. You can't use notional reserves, three valuation reserve, all of that. Section 124 talks, and you should transfer money to bank account within 5 days. If you don't transfer in 5 days, or once declared, if you don't pay in 30 days, 134 comes active. Dividend declared and not paid in 30 days or not claimed in 30 days, then transfer to unpaid dividend account. Transfer to unpaid dividend account within 7 days expiry of 30. This will stay here. Then within the next 90 days of transferring here, prepare a summary report. This will remain here for 7 years. Inform IEPF. Interest is 12%. This is section 124. 125, yesterday is IEPF. All the interest debentures on not paid, not claimed will come to this account. Will be used for investor awareness production. 126. Abeyance means hold the dividend also in abeyance. Transfer unpaid dividend account. Rights and bonus shares also will be in abeyance until the issue is sorted. This is 126. 127 is what? Punishment for, what is the punishment? 18% interest, 1000 per day or 2 years imprisonment. 1000 per day, 2 years imprisonment, or imprisonment 2 years. Some exceptions for this not applicable. Operation of law, instructions given, it's communicated, all of that. Lawfully adjusted, all of that. Deemed on dispute. Able to follow, guys. Then what is next section? We have finished books of accounts. We have 138, guys. Books of accounts. 128. Yeah, we are still 128 to 148. 128 talks about books of accounts. Maintain double entry books of system. Maintain registered office. Can I keep somewhere else? By passing board resolution and intimate ROC in 7 days or intimate ROC. Books of accounts can director inspect. Yes. Can director inspect agent. Yes. By passing a board resolution. Can director inspect books of subsidiary. Yes. If subsidiary. Can director appoint agent to inspect books of subsidiary. No. Foreign books, whenever I want, I should intimate them. They will send me report within 15 days. But if you don't ask every quarterly base, they'll keep sending you back books of accounts. 129. Follow accounting standards, and they're saying follow accounting standards. Any deviation you disclose over here. Company will do consolidation of my company and all my subsidiaries. Holding consolidation I won't do, but intermediate holding not needed. If holding is in India, they will do fully. But holding is foreign company, whichever subsidiary is the holding in India, they will do consolidation in India. Section 129. Then also we talk about section in 129. Financial year, yeah. If your company starts up to 31st December, financial year is March of next year. If it starts on 1st of March, financial year can be this year or March of next year. This with section 129. Next, 130. Reopening of books of accounts in case of fraud or company's affairs is mismanaged. If see, then tribunal will check with central government, SEBI, RBI. They will pass the order for opening the last 8 years. 129A. Periodic financial statements. Every company has to file periodic financial, unlisted public company. ROC is yet to notify who will file and when they will file. 131. Voluntary, where the board feels that financial statements or board reports is prepared without good or prepared with mistakes, you can revise your financial statements only maximum for only once in a year, maximum for the last 3 years. 131, 3 years. 132 talks about. No. Once you apply to tribunal will check with central government if I can reopen. Okay. Yeah. Next to 131, we finished. 132. NFRA. NFRA takes care of overseeing of accounting standards and auditing, all of that, peer support groups, quality control. Head office is in Delhi. NFRA takes overseeing of all government companies, etc., and big companies. Then one chairman. How many years experience? 25 years. 3 full-time members and 9 part-time members, subject to a maximum of 15. 3 full-time members, 20 years. Part-time members, they haven't spoken anything, but when it comes to a minimum of 15 members. Yeah, if they leave the office up to next 2 years, you can enter into transaction with them. NFRA also oversees some big companies, 500, 1,500. Paid up share capital, turnover, borrowings. Here borrowings is previous year borrowings, also not applicable. This is not applicable. It's applicable to a company which is outside India, and 20% of their income or their income, their income represents 20% of our company's assets, net worth or turnover. This section 132. 133 is what? Accounting standards. 134, both report and signing. Who will sign, guys? chairman, who will sign? Chairman or either chairman or managing director. Two directors, one shall be MD. So chairman or two directors, one shall be MD. MD is not there, two directors. Plus CEO, CS and CFO. CEO, CS and CFO. CFO, CO, CS and sorry, CA, CA, CEO, CFO, CS. Generally, CFO will be CA. Okay, CFO, CS and CEO, then chairman and two directors, one shall be a managing director. Both report contents, anything and everything you can think of will be part of both report. Then DRS 6 point, safeguarding of assets, company is going in going concern, follow laws and regulations, accounting standards properly, complete deviations will be discarded, safeguarding of assets, company has a going concern. In case of listed company, internal financial control. 135. CSR. What is CSR limit? 5,000 net profit, net worth. Net worth of the company more than or equal to 500. Company will have a CSR committee if the number of spending is more than 50 lakhs. Then can company will spend 2% of average net profit of last 3 years. Then this net profit will not include foreign income from foreign branch and money received from a income which already paid from dividend. Can I carry forward CSR? Yes. More than 2% can be carried forward. For next years, for next 3 years, it should be used. If any profit is there, reinvested back in the business. Then if company has money in project, unspent money, ongoing project, not ongoing project. Not ongoing project means within 6 months you transfer to fund in IEPF Schedule 7. Ongoing project means for next, within the next 3 years, he's saying transfer to separate bank account and spend. If you're not spending within the next 3 years, end of expiry of the financial year, you will transfer to Schedule 7. These are all amendments. Then we have something called impact assessment. If the project is more than 10 crores, an individual project is more than 1 crore, I will do impact assessment by an auditor. Expense for all admit should not cross more than 5%. Overall also admit should not cross 5%. Company will also do CSR reporting in CSR form 1. Every year by June they will, around June, 30th June. By 30th June for projects until 31st March, I will file with CSR department. 136. Circulation of financial statements among members. We have here, it's online is fine if you can do, if your turnover is 10 crores, net worth is cumulative condition. I should send notice in 121 days. Shorter notice if 95% members agree in writing, same as section 101. 137 we just now saw. Whether AGM is held or not, you file within 30 days. AGM held, 30 days of AGM. AGM not held. Date of AGM should have been held 30 days. AGM held, financial report not adopted, 30 days from date of AGM. Arun say, get a paniko. 30 days la varno. Okay. XBRL, applicable for all listed company. In days, unlisted company having turnover of paid up share capital of 5 crores, turnover of 100, 500 in this, 136 is 1 and 10. This is 1 and 10, this is 5 and 100. This is and condition. No, or. This is or, this is and condition. Able to follow. Next section. 138, Sandhya, are you following? Next is internal audit. Internal audit is applicable for every listed company, unlisted private company. Unlisted company 200, 100, 50, 25. 25 is 200 is for turnover, 100 borrowings, paid up share capital, deposits. These two borrowings and deposits in any time of previous year. Private company only 200 and 100 applicable. 138 over. Auditors, section 139, appointment of auditor. Who can appoint auditor? Only a CA can be appointed as an auditor or a firm of CAs, and majority of them are practicing in India. Body corporate can be appointed as an auditor. Employee or director of a company cannot be appointed as an auditor. Officer or employee director of a company cannot be appointed as a director of a company. 139. Second part of it. Oh, sorry. 140. Okay, we're discussing appointment. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, I think I discussed 141. Let me finish it. This is 141. The next disqualification is Company cannot enter into any business transaction with the company holding subsidiary, associate, subsidiary of associate, subsidiary of the subsidiary. No business relationship. Exception: arm's length price. The exception from service like hospital, all of that, and CA accepted services. Then you along with your individual relative and partner should not be having shares more than 1 lakh. But here exception is I should not have 1 rupee also. Relatives sell within 60 days if it crosses 1 lakh. Indebted for more than 5 lakhs, guarantee more than 1 lakh for the entire group. Then we saw other points like maximum limit is, ceiling limit is 20, but doesn't include OPC, small company, dormant company, including private company, up to 100 crores paid up share capital is not included. Then company did fraud means they cannot incorporate for next 10 years. 10 years you can't do. 144 section non-audit service you cannot first proceed. Clear, guys? This section 130. 141. 139 talks about approved auditor. We will see limits. First auditor and go. First auditor, let's see. In normal, let's do normal company. First auditor by board of director within members in 90 days. EGM. Board in 30 days, members in 90 days. First auditor. Subsequent auditor, AGM 2, AGM for 6 AGMs. In case of a government company, first auditor is, government is slow, 60 days, board of directors 30 days, members is 60 days, able to follow. Clear, guys? This appointment, subsequent auditor will be appointed 180 days from close of financial year. Then we also have casual vacancy caused by any reason, death, etc. Board will fill within 30 days, sir. But if it's going to be resignation, members will fill within 3 months. Why 3 months time again for them? EGM they should hold. This section 139. Common partners, same brand name, partner living here and joining there cannot be auditor. We are discussing about casual vacancy. Applicable for all listed company, unlisted public company, unlisted private company. Unlisted public company limit is what? Paid up share capital more than or equal to 50 crores, more than or equal to 10 crores. Correct? Borrowings, both of them more than or equal to. Just check this once. Okay, 50 more 50 paid up share capital, 10 is private, and overall borrowings should not exceed 50 crores. Rotation applicable. Rotation means I can do audit of maximum 1 term of 5 years. Individual means after 5 years, cooling period of 5 years. Firm means 2 terms of 5 years. This which section? 139 of Fulla. Okay. 140 talks about removal of auditor. Removal of auditor. What will removal of auditor? We have 4 subpoints. Special notice where member wants to remove the auditor. Same special notice procedure. Next, the tribunal will remove the auditor. Tribunal on its own application made by central government can pass an order for removal of auditor. But if tribunal receives order from central government, they have to pass order within 15 days. Otherwise, they will take their sweet one time. Resignation. If I resign, I can resign whenever I want. Intimate in ADT 3 to company and ROC within 30 days. 30 days I will inform the ROC and company within 30 days. Removal only is difficult. First you have to pass board resolution, then special resolution. No, after passing SR, within 60 days you have to apply to central government and get permission. Once central government gives permission, within 30 days, he can do it after giving opportunity of being heard. First SR for central government. First, no, that is not. We made a small mistake. First we will pass board resolution. Then within 60 days apply for central government. Then within 30 days special resolution. After when SR is being passed, I will give opportunity of being heard. Correct? 60 and 30. First the board resolution, then central government, then SR 60 and 30. Removal of auditor 140. 141 also we finished just now, some time back. 142 talks about remuneration. Remuneration includes. It can be decided by the auditor for start audit fees and other reimbursement. No, and yeah, it will not include 144 services. Okay, fees for other services will not be included. Allowed service won't be included, only for start audit over here. 143, rights and duties. Auditor has right to get information, explanation, ask all the questions, whatever he wants, all of that he can ask. Then few duties we saw. Government company, once audit is over, an audit for supplementary or test audit. Within 60 days, supplementary audit will be audited. Other inquiries, auditor will do audit trial, inspect the books of accounts of branch, all of that auditor will do. Few more duties, fraud reporting, 143 subsection 12. If fraud is more than or equal to more than 1 crore, less than or equal to 1 crore, more than 1 crore. More than 1 crore means once you notice a fraud, within 2 days, intimate board of directors or audit committee where applicable. They will have to reply within 45 days. I have to be careful in those 45 days. And again, intimate central government within 15 days. 15 days. Less than 1 crore, intimate board of director and board within 2 days. They will give response within 45 days. Include this in the board's report. Board's report. Able to follow. This will be sent to central government and secretary closed envelope, letter of auditor, sealed, sealed, then in speed post courier, also mail and confirm from them. Other 6 enquiries auditor should do in section 143. 6 points. Loans and advances should not be treated as deposits. Loans and advances should not be given at an interest rate prejudicial for interest of company. Any book entries, mere book entries should not be prejudicial to company. Then personal expense of company should not be mentioned in revenue account. Then if you issue any shares, if you receive in cash, you have to check that it's actually received. Prepare a report. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more point. 6 points totally. Book entry, personal not treated as revenue, share cash, loans are not treated as as prejudicial, loans not treated as deposits. One more point. Where any investments are sold at a price less than cost, there will be explanation not applicable for a banking and investment company. 143. 144 talks about what is this? I cube moved AB. Yeah, you should tell I cube moved AB. 3 I's. Internal audit, investment advisory, investment banking. MS, management consultancy. OS, outsourced service. OS, other service. DS, design implementation. AS, accounting and actuarial services. AB, accounting and bookkeeping. QBS, if you want to pass this, you should have mood for studying. First you study in life is ABCD. Okay. If you remember the mnemonic, you will get the points. Only 2 mnemonics, pro, BF and this. Nothing else I have given, I guess. Okay, next 144. 145 talks about auditor has the right to. Auditor has to sign the audit report and also attend the 145 says he can sign and he can read the representations in the general meeting. 146 tells duty to attend the general meeting. If I can't attend, send some other auditor to represent the general meeting. Able to follow. Then 148 talks about cost audit. If it's regulated sector and non-regulated sector, first the cost audit should be appointed within 180 days. Give report within 180 days from end of the financial year. Cost audit not applicable in 3 cases. SEZ, revenue from exports more than 75%, captive consumption. In these 3 cases, what is not applicable? Cost not applicable. Regulated and non-regulated sector. Regulated sector, my limit is individual overall 50 crores, individual 25 crores or more. Non-regulated overall 100 crores, individual 35 crores. Cost audit. 147 talks about penalty for auditor. Normal penalty, willful, non-willful default. He has to refund the money 8 times, 25 lakhs or 8 times, all of that is there. Then also refund the money 4 times for normal offense, 8 times willful default. Maximum limit, refund the fees, even compensation, and you will be arrested also if you have done the fraud. 147 says for any offense from the section 139 to 146, you have made an offense, you are liable under section 147. This we revised hardly 1 hour. We went through fully. Clear, guys? Okay. Of course, we missed here and there points, but maximum points we are able to recollect. If you remember, you will be able to recollect. Clear, guys?